Thanks for tuning into No Wine in No Time. I'm your host Dave, and today we're going to talk about a single grape varietal that has a tremendous historical significance, and that's a grape by the name of Pais. Now Pais was the first Vitis vinifera grape that was exported from the Old World, where it was native in its home country of Spain, to the New World, where it found a new home in the country of Mexico. Now this was done back in the 1500s, before any other grape varietals made their way from Europe to the New World, and it was brought here by Spanish missionaries. And what's interesting, today we often hear the grape Pais referred to as its other name, and that's the mission grape. Now the mission grape, although it started in Mexico from Spain, it's crawled up through California and it's crawled down into the southern hemisphere, mostly in Argentina and Chile. And today we see it most common in Chile. Matter of fact, up until the year 2000, it was Chile's most widely planted red wine grape, and it has since been replaced by Cabernet Sauvignon. Now what's great about the grape Pais is it's extremely drought resistant. It loves it hot and it loves it dry. But there are some issues with this grape. So when we look at grapes that have beautiful elegance and produce high quality wines, we often talk about high acidity and low yields. Now let's refer to the Pais grape and talk about some of its shortcomings as it pertains to wine production. And the Pais grape is a low acidity, high sugar content grape that has very thin skins, and it is lacking a little bit of color. It has bountiful yields in that it produces somewhere between 8 and 13 tons per acre. So when we look at a grape like that, it oftentimes gets associated with bulk wines. It's used as a blending grape or something to produce a lower quality wine. However, there's been a movement in Chile to honor its tradition and to produce a higher quality type of wine. So when we look at a wine like this, we oftentimes think about what it might be perfect to pair this wine with. So we think about things that are traditionally Spanish, or even with a little bit of a Mexican flair. So think things like beef enchiladas, and also a traditional dish called patatas bravas, and that's basically fried potatoes in a spicy tomato sauce. This wine is perfect with that type of cuisine. I also want to caution people out there that have been turned off by the fact I say this is a low quality grape. This is a grape that really produces a wine that's lighter in style. So we think of some of the warmer weather months, this would be a wine that actually can be served a little bit chilled. It could be used for things like sangria, or when we are looking for a lighter wine like a Pinot Noir. So let's take a look at this wine and see how it presents itself in the glass. The one I've chosen for you today is from the Maule Valley of Chile, and it's from Morande. And this wine, if we look at it, the first thing that we see is exactly what we talked about before. It is much lighter in color and quite transparent. If we swirl to liberate some of the aromas, what comes out of the glass is everything from a little bit darker fruits, things like cherries, with just a hint of strawberry. I'm also getting a little bit of spiciness, almost like fennel or licorice. Let's go ahead and give it a taste. When this Pais passes on the palate, the first thing that we notice is a large fruit explosion. So this one, as I mentioned before, is one of the higher quality Paises from Maule Valley in Chile. So the first thing that we notice is all those beautiful red fruits. We get everything from red raspberry to a little bit of a tart cherry bordering on strawberry. Mid-palate, we start to feel almost a little bit of baking spices come forward in the wine. And this one's presenting itself very much like a nice quality Pinot Noir. So I think it's really a delicious wine, and one that you should seek out in those warmer summer months when you think a heavy tannic wine is just a bit too much. So I'm going to enjoy a little bit more of this Pais, and I ask that you come back next time, because soon you'll know wine in no time.